Now for my turtles, when I do a water change, there's 3 things that I like to add to the water. One is a water ager, takes out any chlorine and chloramine and so forth in the tap water. I'll also put in a GH salt, very good for their immune system, increases calcium, and I'll also put in a KH buffer because Sydney tap water often has very low KH, and I like to run my KH a little bit higher. The other thing that I'll sometimes put in is things like sludge removers, just to help the tank stay clean. And I will make sure that I have a UVB light, which is aiming straight into the aquarium and not going through any glass or perspex covers. So those 3 things, water ager, conditioning salts and turtle KHs, are the 3 things that I'll add on every water change. The water ager, I always overdose because there's no downside to using more of it. The conditioning salts, I will put that in according to my GH level. I'll generally run the GH level around 10 or 12. And then the KH, I will put that in according to my actual KH level. And I'll generally want to run that around 6. Now, turtles are very tough animals. They're very forgiving animals, but over a long period of time, not having the right conditions for them is going to be detrimental to them. So if you don't have those tests, then what we would recommend you do on a semi-regular basis, even if it's just a couple of times a year, is grab a sample of water from your tank and make a little video of your tank running, and then come down and see us. And that will help a lot. Also, good quality foods. I'll feed frozen foods, and I tend to feed a lot of the fish foods as well. They'll tend to eat everything. Things like Danichi and Spectrum, I get better results out of than a lot of your standard turtle foods. Just find that they're so much cleaner. Also be aware of things like your heaters. You can get things like heater guards. Stop the turtle from crashing into the heater if you don't have a non-breakable heater. And ensuring that there's somewhere that the turtle can get out and get dry underneath the UV globe is very helpful. Anyway, if you have any other tips for keeping turtles, then make sure you have a little note at the bottom of this video. The last thing I'll say is that when you do clean your filter, make sure that you clean the media in the filter with water from the fish tank, not water from the tap.